Hey everyone. I know it's been a bit since I vlogged. So I'm back from my sister's. I ended up, while I was house sitting for her last week, sleeping on the couch. I'm not going to get into that because that's not really the focus of this vlog. But so because I slept on the couch and her couch isn't really that deep, I would kind of sleep like this. And so I didn't sleep well most of the nights I was there. I mean, I slept, but I was tired. Like, I'd fall asleep in the middle of the day after waking up, dropping my niece off at her high school, and then coming back to my sister's house. And then I would, sign in on at work and start doing some stuff remotely. And then I would find myself falling asleep in the middle of the day. So I came back Saturday late morning, or maybe about like noontime actually, and was still tired from the week I'd been there. So I fell asleep a couple times on Saturday. I streamed Saturday night, but I was still so tired that after streaming the next part of Through the Woods on Saturday night, I just decided I would not be able to wake up in time Sunday morning to stream as well. So we just didn't stream Silent Hill this last week. And that ended up being the case. I didn't wake up until like 1 p.m. Sunday. And then I fell asleep again Sunday evening, like 5 or 6 o'clock, something like that. And then Sunday night into Monday, I caught up on some sleep. And then Monday into Tuesday, I caught up on some more sleep. So anyway, so it's been a big, long thing, so I've been tired. So that's why I haven't had really much in the way of videos since the weekend. But it is Tuesday, and I have this coming up today. And then tomorrow I should have, I believe, the next part of Ori and the Blind Forest. I don't have much left, guys. I think I have maybe 4 or 5 parts left, something like that. I don't know for sure, but something along those lines. And then I'm done uploading that series, finally. It's taken me over a year to upload that stupid series. But anyway, so videos will be coming. So please don't despair. It's not like another super slow time where I'm not going to ever get videos up. But, okay. Now to what I want to focus on for this vlog. I am, as you know, a content creator. Now, arguably, how creative I am, if I'm just playing through a game offering commentary most of the time, it's debatable, and that's fair. But technically, I am a content creator. I record videos with commentary, and then I upload them on YouTube, right? And then I do some other stuff too, like vlogs and the Amnesia character profile for Daniel. If you've not seen that, I highly recommend it. Check it out. It should be up over here. There should be a link for that. So I highly recommend checking that out. And I would love to do more content like that, by the way, going forward. But anyway, as a content creator, over the past few years, I've struggled with some aspects of YouTube. And I don't just mean struggled in the sense of YouTube made a change. I thought, well, that's weird. That's I don't like that change. But then get used to it and move on. That's not what I mean. When I first started going to YouTube, so I didn't start my channel until 2012, but I actually used YouTube since the beginning, since 2007, 6, I think late 6, 07, or early 07. So I think it was 07. So maybe not the very, very, very beginning, but very early on in YouTube, I was a user on YouTube. I would watch videos and so on. I got on YouTube because I actually got frustrated with television and traditional entertainment. The kind of content that was on, I mean, I don't like reality shows. I don't really like the news. I mean, I like being up to date, knowing what's going on. So I'll watch like small little segments and stuff for the news. It's just so I know what's going on in the world. But I don't like sitting like for a half an hour or an hour watching the evening news or watching some special news program on one of the major stations or something. I don't like doing that. And more the content on TV has just kind of followed this path that I really don't like. I mean, there's a lot more soap opera style shows and or cop shows, and I like cop shows, but I can only watch so many cop shows before I get burned out on them. So this kind of thing. So I really got frustrated with television. So I turned to YouTube. YouTube was an alternative where you had people doing something different, something that I liked. I liked not only that it was different, but I liked what they were doing. It was something I hadn't seen before, something I hadn't done before, and I was really excited about it. And so that was the whole reason I went to YouTube in the first place. But YouTube has not, to be frank, YouTube's not really been very kind to their content creators. And I'm not talking about me specifically. I'm thinking of some specific YouTubers when I say that. But ever since, I don't know if it has to do with when YouTube was bought by Google, or I'm kind of suspecting it did, but I'm not making a claim. I don't know. But over time, YouTube has changed things dramatically, and in my opinion, not in a good way. So, for example, early on, people started posting gaming videos and stuff, and people, developers might complain and say, oh, this is copyrighted material, or we don't approve of this, or whatever. And then YouTube introduced multi-channel networks, basically companies, not YouTube, but that are partnered with YouTube, that would manage all of that kind of stuff. I guess the best way to say it is that the content creators could feel kind of safe in just uploading content and being creative. Now, obviously, if you were blatantly just pirating a movie or something and uploading it, that obviously was never approved, and that's never been a good thing. But content creators were able to just create and not have to worry a lot about, oh, am I doing something somebody doesn't like or whatever. Multi-channel networks kind of handled this. But November of 2013, I think, things changed. Multi-channel networks no longer had that understanding maybe with YouTube, and so you had copyrighted music started getting claimed in videos, and everybody, not everybody maybe, but tons, like a huge probably majority of YouTube creators were affected by this. You have like some of the big ones had videos entirely demonetized. I don't have a problem with YouTube saying, oh, well, this is copyrighted stuff, but I think the way they handle it is a bit unfair. And I'm not going to get into whether Content ID is accurately taking claims of copyright and assigning them to the proper people or any of that stuff, right? Because I know people can abuse Content ID. I'm not getting into that. I'm not even trying to really focus on Content ID here. I'm just using it as an example. But so if I have a 45-minute video and I have 1 minute of a copyrighted song playing, let's say unintentionally too, because it's like the soundtrack of a game, and I'm like, well, the developer made that game, so obviously they own that game, so that music is probably something they own, so I can be okay to do it, right? In most cases, that's true, but there are in some cases where the developer will use some third party to do the music for them. Well, then that third party then wants to get royalties for their song going forward, and so they copyright that music. I'm not saying they shouldn't do that, but what I'm saying though is, if I have unknowingly that minute of copyrighted music in my 45-minute video, now all ad revenue from that entire video goes to that rights holder, whoever owns the copyright for that music. Is that really fair? If I have 45 minutes, their copyrighted song plays for less than 2% of the entire video, but because it plays somewhere in the video, the other 98% of the video is no longer my content. It all belongs to them. Well, I mean, I can still have control of the video, like I could delete it or something, but all that ad revenue, the other 90% of that ad revenue goes to them. How is that even remotely fair, right? Well, that's just the beginning. Okay, then you started having like all these like television and newspapers and radio all start saying, well, YouTube is only for losers and they're not very good and blah 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 blah. They basically were saying they didn't understand YouTube, and so they acted like YouTube was this horrible thing, and only stupid people are on YouTube. They said all these slanderous things about not just content creators, but also you guys, the viewers, right? And it was frustrating, but it was like, whatever, they just don't understand. But then you have like all these now channels, like television channels, have their own YouTube channels, and late night talk shows have their own YouTube channels, and this kind of stuff. and or daytime talk shows or whatever. And so you end up with now these people who were against YouTube now are doing YouTube, except they're not doing YouTube like YouTube is supposed to be done, or at least has traditionally been done. Like if it's a talk show, they'll take a certain part of an interview and they upload that to YouTube. But that's television. YouTube is not supposed to be television. The whole point of YouTube was it was an alternative to television. But now that you're making it television, it's freaking like, I wanted to get away from that garbage, and now I have it in my face again. And along the same lines, like the advertisements on videos, they used to be like kind of cool advertisements and stuff, and now it's like they're basically TV ads. I don't want television on YouTube. YouTube's supposed to be something completely different. So anyway, then along those lines, anybody who's been on YouTube more than just a couple times in the last month or whatever probably knows, YouTube is basically coming out with YouTube TV. It's basically going to be television, except on YouTube, which is dumb. The whole point of YouTube is it's an alternative to television. Now YouTube's becoming television. And beyond that, now the content creators, let's say some of the big ones like Rosanna Pansino, or I don't know, Collins Key, or Merrill Twins, or PewDiePie, or The Rad Brad, or Markiplier, or Jacksepticeye. I can go on and on and on. All these big YouTubers are now in direct competition with television, because television is going to be on YouTube. And you can say, well, yeah, but they don't have to choose the television. They can just watch normal YouTube. Well, it's true, but having them both on the same platform, who do you think YouTube's going to focus more on? So let's say PewDiePie has 54 million subscribers. I don't know how much he earns every year, but let's say he earns like 7 million a year. Let's say, okay? 7 million is like a drop in the bucket to one of these big television networks. So they can obviously afford to pay YouTube a whole lot more than PewDiePie or freaking like any of these people, Grace Helbig, or you name them, right? So you may be able to still choose, but YouTube's focus, like all the changes they're going to make, are going to benefit the television stations and not the content creators. It might benefit both in some cases, but if it has to benefit one or the other, but not both, they're going to choose the television station. Well, that's kind of crap, right? And now they're even starting to sanitize YouTube. Like, I'm all about, unless you hurt somebody else or you take away somebody else's rights, you should be able to do what you want to do. It's freedom, man. Just be yourself, right? You should be free to be you. But now, YouTube has a restricted mode, so you get channels from both sides, by the way, of the aisle. You get somebody like Steven Crowder, okay? But you also get somebody like James DeFranco, politically, I'm sure, totally opposites, or at least mostly opposites, right? Both of them, if you go in restricted mode, both of them have this many videos showing up. This many. 0. Only if you're not in restricted mode can you watch any of their content. But Steven Crowder makes a point of not using any bad language on his videos. And James DeFranco does, I think, he has his opinions and stuff, but I feel like at least most of the time he's fair and balanced. So I don't feel like either side is doing anything extreme, but YouTube's acting like they are. I don't understand. And then now you have advertiser unfriendly policing. So now, if I have a video, you can see here, that's supposedly advertiser unfriendly, so the green circle $sign means that something is monetized. This yellow $sign or gold $sign means that it's not advertiser friendly. So it has the potential for being monetized normally, but advertisers apparently don't like it, so it's not going to be monetized. I have a scenario for you, YouTube. I'm sure YouTube won't actually watch this and get this message, but I have a message for you, YouTube. If you have companies A, B, and C who don't like content on a video, but you have other companies, and they are definitely out there, that are totally fine with that video, let's say D, E, and F, if you flag the video as advertiser unfriendly, which I think you should probably change the terminology, but let's say it's advertiser unfriendly, if it's flagged, then A, B, and C don't advertise on that video. But you should still allow D, E, and F to advertise on the video. You just redirect the advertisements. So instead of having blanket advertisements for everything that's okay, and if it's flagged, no advertisements, which is what you're doing right now, you say advertisers who don't like this content don't have ads on that video. Advertisers who are okay with that content have advertisers on the video. I don't understand what's so hard about that. Why do you have to screw over an entire channel because they say something that advertisers don't like? Not all advertisers dislike that. There are plenty of advertisers who really don't care. Like small businesses, local businesses, who maybe are like my such and such plumbing or my, foundation repair, or I'm not saying it has to be home improvement stuff, but my point is, it could be a neutral product, a local product. They really don't care about politics. They're more than happy to advertise on anybody's video. Why in the crapping would you not just let them advertise? I don't understand. And the last way that I just that was off the top of my head before I started this vlog today, that YouTube has made things more frustrating, is if I upload a video, I'm not, right? But let's say I'm some kind of a news channel or a political channel or something, right? Let's say I upload a video and then I realize that I had some kind of incorrect fact, like some information that I said was a fact, but the fact was incorrect. I had the wrong data or something, and I realized after the video. So I'm like, oh, now I need to fix that fact and then do the video again, right? So I fix the fact, I have the new video ready. When I upload it, it becomes a brand new video with a new URL. I can't replace the existing video. Well, what if the original video I uploaded became viral on something like, I don't know, like what if it went crazy on like Reddit and 4chan and Twitter and, I don't know, where all else, right? But like all these forums and stuff, like everybody was like, oh yeah, you should check this video out, blah, 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 blah. And I got like millions of hits on this video or something. But then I have to fix the video. But I can't replace that video because YouTube doesn't allow that. So now I have to upload a new video. Okay, well, one way we content creators could get around that was we'd upload a new video, and then on the old video we could put an annotation or something and link to the new video. But you can still edit and delete them, but starting May 2nd, annotations are gone. An annotation is much more noticeable than a card. So you could do a card, up here in the upper left you have, or in the upper right for you, right? In your upper right, you have this little eye icon. And if you click that, you can see other videos and whatever, right? Or whatever, you can see things linked. So you could potentially link to that new video and say, update to this video, blah, 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 or whatever, and then link people. But then your new video, if your new video is the same thing, but with the change, nobody wants to watch the whole video again, probably, for the most part, right? if it was a funny video or something, but otherwise, most people don't want to watch the whole video again. So then what? You do like a 2-minute video that's just we're correcting this part from the original video. Would be fine, but YouTube favors longer videos, but daily videos. So if you have a video that's a half an hour long, you don't really want to upload a 2-minute video afterward. YouTube doesn't favor that as much. Also, the eye up here is much less noticeable than a giant annotation like here. That becomes a problem because people may not even notice the update or whatever. So there's all this stuff that's just like, why are you... We were the ones who were earning you money, and now you've turned your back on us, at least in a lot of ways. You've made features or updates to the site that don't help us out. They make it harder for us, more frustrating for us. And you don't even treat us now like second-class creators. Like the TV studios are number one, and then we're just second class. That is just... I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It does. because it's a business. Google owns it, so they want this alliance with people that can make a lot of money. But it's a little bit of a betrayal, honestly. YouTube, it's really pretty frustrating. So all of that leading up to here, all those 20 minutes leading up to here, this is where we go from here. I'm not quitting YouTube. I'll continue to upload videos to YouTube, and I'll continue to try to monetize them, at least as long as YouTube allows me. Fortunately, in my case, of the over 2,000 videos I've posted, I can't believe I had that many, only 3 were seen as advertiser unfriendly. And I think at least one of those was a mistake. So I'll petition YouTube and see if I can get them to be okay for advertisers or whatever. But I'm not going to go into the content of the videos. Just know that for the most part, my videos are okay. But in addition to posting videos on YouTube, I'm looking, I don't know that it'll happen, but if at some point in the future it becomes necessary for me to stop using YouTube, something happens and I feel like YouTube is almost unusable for me, my channel gets deleted. I don't see that happening, but you never know what the future holds. Things might change in a couple of years. I don't know, right? Anyway, if anything like that ever happens and YouTube goes away, I want to obviously keep making content for you guys. So I'm going to, in addition to posting to YouTube, I'm going to be also posting content to VidMe. So I need to become a partner on VidMe first before I'm allowed to meet certain criteria. One of the problems, for example, is if you're not a partner, the size limit of a video is no bigger than 1 gig. But a lot of my videos, especially like RPGs and stuff, are bigger than 1 gig. So I will need to become a partner before I'm allowed. And then I can have unlimited length on videos on VidMe, and then up to 20 gigabytes, and none of mine are even close to 20 gigabytes. But I need to become a partner or whatever it's called over there. So to do that, I think I qualify for most of those things, but one thing I need to do is demonstrate positive involvement in the VidMe community, is what they say. That's a little nebulous, so the explanation was, quote, I read this on Reddit, when it comes to engagement with the community specifically, we're looking for channels that are invested in the VidMe community and ecosystem. Creators who aren't just posting content and walking away, but getting involved with other creators, upvoting, commenting, and meaningfully interacting with viewers and creators, unquote. So I need to start watching a lot of content on VidMe, which I haven't really been doing, and then I need to be more interactive than I've been on YouTube when I watch content. So I need to upvote stuff, which is their like, right, or thumbs up. And then I need to comment and stuff like that, right? So anyway, so hopefully I'll start doing that. And then when I apply, they'll say, yeah, looks good, you're verified. And then once I'm verified, then I can do those longer videos and bigger videos. I'm still going to live stream on YouTube as well, every weekend for right now. And then if the chime ever changes, I'll let you know, of course. But I'm also going to continue to live stream on Twitch. So if something happens with YouTube, I have Twitch as a backup for live streaming. If something happens for Twitch, obviously I'll figure something else out. And then for compensation, so there are advertisements on YouTube, and for the most part, I still get revenue. I don't get much, $5, maybe $10 a month at most. But I use that, I've explained this before, I use that money, generally speaking anyway, I use that to help both pay for games that I continue playing, but also, more so, I try to use some of that money to do giveaways for you guys. I have a giveaway video coming. I'm sorry it's not up yet, but I promise. And we're going to do, like, I'll explain how it works in the video and stuff anyway. But in addition to anything from YouTube, if you like what I'm doing and you want me to keep posting videos, it would be really appreciated if you could, I haven't created it yet, I'll let you know when I do, but I'm going to create a Patreon account and possibly my own website that will also go along. And so there will be potentially merchandise and donations and things like that you can do on each of those locations that could help support me as well. So should YouTube advertising all go bye-bye because they decide to censor me because their system doesn't work or because they don't like what I'm saying, or I don't know, whatever, then there's still a way I can continue to do what I'm doing and benefit you guys in addition. So I think that's everything I have for the vlog today. It's been a really long one. It's like a half an hour now, I think. Let me see. yeah, it's like almost a half an hour. So I'm going to end the vlog. I apologize it's been so long. I really didn't want to take this long. Thanks for watching. I love you. If you've not already done so, don't forget to subscribe. Smash subscribe down here. Also, there'll be a link in the description of this video for where I am on VidMe, where I am on Twitch, and then in the future, if you're watching this like some days afterward and I've created it, then, or at a future vlog or whatever, I'll put a Patreon link so you guys hopefully can go there as well, especially with VidMe. I don't necessarily expect you to watch videos on VidMe, like watch them on YouTube and then watch them on VidMe or something crazy like that. Obviously, that's a lot to expect of you. But if you guys, if you guys are okay with it, it's not too much trouble for you. I really appreciate it if you guys would go over to my VidMe channel or whatever it's called and follow me there. It's like subscribing here, so follow me there. That way, should anything happen and I need to make a transition from YouTube at some point in the future, you're already there with me at the transition point. So anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate all that you do to support me. And I guess I will see you guys in my next vlog or my next game video or my next live stream or wherever it is. Till next time, take care. Peace.